Well, hello and welcome. My name is Jurgita, and this channel is all about everything to do with the needlework, different types, not just the cross stitch, but I do full coverages. I do almost like needle point specialty stitches, and I'm trying all kinds of different other crafts, and you'll see all on my channel. So this video is going to be about all the goodies, all the possibilities that I've got June, July. I got for this book, I've been collecting slowly for many projects that I want to do. It's Cruel Intentions by Hazel Blumkamp, and it's Jacobean embroidery. So for projects I wanted to do, there's some specialty threads that I needed to get, and I got online from the Lace Museum shop in here. And those are replacements for certain type of threads that I looked up, and it's very hard to get. So this was like a replacement that you could find, and it's size 80 thread. You know, usually we use like size 8 or sometimes 12, which would replace 2 DMC threads if you want to do something. But this is size 80. And its brand is Lisbeth. So I'm gonna need these colors for different projects. Like I think this might be even one of those little flower petals perhaps. So I got this Country Purple Light and like a ecru. So they're very thin looking. I haven't pulled out yet out of the packaging, but you can see how it says size 80. It's 10 grams or 184 yards. So it's all cotton, and this is leaf green medium color. There's one thread that's sort of like a changing, and I was not able to find it. This company didn't have it at that time, so I'm still searching. So this is just a natural, which to me looks like a white color, and I needed a few of these. And then let's see what it says on the back. It says high quality 6-quart cordonet, a hand-dyed color fast, mercerized, gas singed. That's interesting thing. Outstanding body that holds its shape. I think these type of threads are used also for tatting, which I'm planning to do sometime in the future. I tried many years ago a little bit and kind of forgot how to do it, but I want to get back into it. And blue mediums, I'll need a whole 3 of them. So that's what I got from the Lace Museum shop. She has all kinds of colors. It arrived super fast. I got it from Etsy, and yeah, so it was great. So that was one in May. Then I went to the Michaels, and let me pause it and get this out of the bag. Okay, so from Michaels, they had some sales, so I got some of the threads that I'm getting low on my overall thing. And then I needed some sparkly thread for certain projects. Now I can't even remember. I have to look it up. And it's just DMC like sparkly threads that they come in this. And they're also, I needed this diamond for one of the projects too. And it's D3852. So that's like a really gold, yellow gold, and this is more like a white gold. And then I got different collections of the craft beads from Bead Landing, because if you remember, I started FFOing my monthly dragon ornaments. So some of those bigger beads I thought it might work for some different even projects. Maybe different ornaments like this might work with the bigger beads. So I just got a collection of them, like for Halloween. I might be able to use this. I don't know if it would be too big, but I think it might be okay size. If not, maybe I'll use for something else. And then of course this is like a beautiful turquoise kind of color, and that was like all 8 millimeters. So we'll see what I use, but it's always good to have something on hand. And they had those that I was trying to kind of match up also. This is size 6, so I can then compare like maybe to use it together or something like this. And I thought that was a good idea. So that was my thing from Michael's. And like this one, you can see it's like really sparkly. It's the way it's been cut. This you can't see much of the like a shiny cuts, but on the black it really shines. So that's from Michael's. Let's go to the next store. So the next one was from Joann's, and I know I'll need some ecru for some of the designs, especially like a Gayan Rogers projects for a canvas. So I'm slowly gathering more, but they also had like in the jewelry department some sales, like 50% off on some. So I thought I could use some of these sparkles that looks almost like a Swarovski. I can break it apart and use it for some of the projects like Mirabilis if I wanted to replace or get. So I got a lot of sparkly colors, or if I decide to use some kind of play around with the like brooches to make, but I mean, look at the sparkles. I'm like a bird just staring at all those shiny sparkles, and like these teardrop kind of looks almost like would be Swarovski, but not. I mean, look at the collection, different styles, different sizes. So I wanna play around more, and I thought these are good, even if it's like a decoration for something. Maybe one FFOing, like this is sea blue. So yeah, got like a pearls. These are freshwater pearls, it says. So it's a different sizes, and you can see how it was differently grown. Got these and like different, totally different things. And maybe I can even like make a little magnet maybe out of something like that. So and like this one, if I'm stitching with the forest scene, that would be cool to make it as a magnet too. So I'm getting some ideas for that and just starting to collect sparkles. Yeah, I think for a lot of Mirabilis, I would be able to use something like this and maybe add as an extra. I mean, like oh, what's that? The one that's standing with the crows around there holding in a hand. I think like this would be great as a necklace kind of part. So that's what I got from Joann's sparkly shops for me. So, okay, so in June, I've got this magazine by EGA, Embroiderers Guild of America. So we get that quarterly or every few months or something. So that was June's issue. So it talks a lot about this special project, the red dress, and it's been traveling. So it was amazing to see what people dance, but there's some projects in here to learn and some things to read about what different areas done. But this is like about the red dress and how people in different areas were stitching and how it was all put together. So that's great reading material. Then, like I said, some other studio projects, so what upcoming classes is gonna be, and about like here we see all kinds of things. So that's a neat little thing to read and get inspirations. So that was one of the things I got in June. Then I got some few things from 123 Stitch. So again, I had to collect some things for Blomkamp's Cruel Intentions, like a specialty threads that local shops don't carry. So I needed this satin thread, which is kind of silky and it likes to run away. I worked with it for my tray with like the Wonders the hanging gardens of Semiramis. So I know how slickery this is. So I know how to work with these. I have some experience. So I needed a couple of these blues, and these ones I got for Gay and Rogers. I ask you all to help me pick which thread color I should use for the canvas piece that I'm doing, very long one, pulled the thread sampler. And it's about half and half actually, and on the Facebook and on YouTube, that half of the people liked this light purple lavender color and half of it liked this light blue color, because I need several of these in size 8 and in size 12. So now I might stitch a few things with each color and then finally decide, because like I said, half and half pretty much evened out. So there was neither color that really popped out for all of you. So it's the same for me, and it rolled off. And I was collecting some more threads, like for my Seattle trip, I needed apparently few of specialty threads, and I forgot. I just received this package and forgot to pull out of it to stitch. So I think these are all going to my coffee Quaker. First I drink coffee and then I do the things, I think it's called, in the writing. So these are beautiful colors that my camera just doesn't always like to concentrate on it. So love it. And actually I'm drinking coffee now too, so that's great. So these I have to now put in my kit together so I can continue stitching. And this one I needed for some projects that I'm kitting up, the silk Soie d'Alger thread. It's 5 meters pure silk, and that was sold by Access Commodities to them. So there you go. And then I couldn't find some of my Christmas couriers. So this is Rudolph, and so I got the pattern of Rudolph. At least I can start with this and then search for my other ones. And let's see, I got also bead the whole collection for Rudolph, so you can see how many it needs, like a specialty little. Let me pull out of the bag. Here you go. It says for Rudolph embellishment pack, and there's lots of crystal treasures, like you saw in my May part that I had some of those, like teardrops, and these are slightly different shape than what I had, those crystal Swarovski looking. So that's what will be needed for Rudolph. And then some fabrics that I want to kit up also for future projects, like just the typical country French latte linen and stormy night. I was thinking maybe possibility of doing on something like this, my giant project that I want to start this year. And I was trying to figure out what I want to with the like a stucco color wall kind of be, or like a gray. So I'll have to compare, because I need like a whole yard of it. So I wanted to get a little bit more, and this, as you can see, is a printed color. And I have more cream 32 count Belfast, and for one of the just Nan pieces, I needed this blue linen, and I think it could work on a lot of things. I love the coloring of that you can kind of see the white lines of the thread and the blue color, although this is like a little, you can tell it's a linen, definitely, but it's like a different kind of shading. So I got these fabrics for all those projects, and I think these I got for Just Nan stockings, possibly. I can't remember if I wanted to do on the platinum or on this cream, so I'll have to double check again. So that was my Joann's things that I got. Let me move this aside and let's look again. So I went to the consignment shop and I found a few things that I could use for my crafty stuff. So I saw this. I sent a picture to my daughter because she wants to do little like dress designs, and she's been drawing all kinds of stuff. She's very creative too. So I saw these like dress forms. They're soft, as you can see, but you know, you can put pins in there and all kinds of stuff. But look at that, like a little stand. It's a plastic stand, so you need to make sure that it's not overpowering and just stands by itself like this without the arms, of course. But I thought that's a cute little thing. I could also use one and have it as a giant pincushion for my needles, or like since I've been doing my uh, Julia Punti pincushion dolls, you know, this is kind of would work together with that. So maybe I'll make in the future something to match, just without the head. So something similar. So that was cool, just like $1 each, you know, and it helps. That consignment shop helps local charities. So I got those, and then I found this just in 10 cents. I mean, why not, right? It's called Creativity Pattern, and I don't think it had any beads left in it. If need be, I just would have to find some kind of embellishments for that, or pearl cotton, of course. Would have to hunt for it too. But I couldn't just pass it since I've been stitching and collecting just Nan too. I'm starting to stitch more and more of these to finish off, so I couldn't just go away without it, right? So it's going to be some specialty stitches. And then for FFOing some things and stuff, I got like a fabric for backing that I thought might work well. And like this one, if I have some ornament with the butterflies and or the nature in itself, it was 1.5 yards, $1.50. So it's a little shiny, but it's beautiful, sparkly. So I thought that might work with some of my, I think, ornaments maybe of the little dragons. If I could find something, let's see which ones I wanted to do. Like that would have been good with this, I think. I've stitched already these butterflies, but these by the color would have been much better to work on. And there's several that I have not finished yet, so that might work with me well. So, and this one I thought also for like a Christmassy ornament backing, that would be nice and elegant kind of thing. Or even a stocking, if I want to do something like this. It's practically a yard, what's that, a yard 52, like, anyway, it's a good size, so I got some of those. And let's see, at the very end, yes, at the very end of June, I received my Inspirations magazine that comes out from Australia. So that's a very cool design again. And there's some kids, I subscribe to Inspirations, and there are some kids that you can order through them. And there's some patterns if you want to work on that, of course, but I'm going to show you a little bit what they have. So like, it shows how to finish, but I mean, that's a little bit above my pay grade level right now. I don't think I would be able to stitch this yet, but maybe perhaps in the future. It's by Helen M. Stevens of the UK, Great Bird of Paradise. You can see the details, how it was stitched. It looks very silky things. Some leaf designs, and then let's see which one is this. That's kind of cute, lamp covering, right? Handmade. What was it called? It's called Bright Spark by Karen Mullan of Australia. And so it's like a Hardanger piece in here. We can see some of like a berry thing, strawberry feast. So it's more like a 3D looking. Then about this is a penguin, you know, fibers. So you can do It's a fairy penguin, I think it's called. So it's amazing. I mean, look at that. It looks almost like just mix of beads and like a different types of stitches put in, and then some gold 3D, like a pin. You can make it. See the flowers, so it's called buttercups. So it's amazing designs, right? And it inspires me to try something like this, but then I look at all my projects and I'm like, I need to finish first those. So that's it is. So those were inspiration magazine things. And then, as you know, if you've watched my usual videos of what was it, June, I think. No, we went at the end. Yeah, we went at the end of June, and we went to Seattle as a family for a week, and we did a lot of touristy things. And since I love coffee, I couldn't go by by Seattle and not to stop at the Starbucks place in there, because that's where the Starbucks was born. So I went to Starbucks Reserve and I got some things. I tried different types of coffees that I never tried, and let's see, I got special Starbucks Reserve only micro blend that they make it only in there. There was another coffee that I wish I grabbed. It was like whiskey barrel coffee that they also make in there, but since we didn't have any checked-in luggage, only carry-on, I didn't want to pack it up too much. But I'm gonna reach this, and of course I had to get my special Starbucks Reserve Roastery cup, and that's kind of neat that they have also print like imprinted in there, just on the inside before they glazed it, and it says SEE, and then the address of this place. So it's 12 ounces, and it came in a beautiful box that was packed. So that, and when we were traveling, I was looking like at different places we went. I wanted to get something. So it seems like I started to collect. I haven't pulled them out yet. This is from Museum of Flight in there that we checked out. There's thimbles in there. So got the thimble from them. And let me just shake it all out. And this thimble was made in Turkey. It's a waterfront thimble. So it's we went to the eye in the top in there, and the Chioli Museum in there. So I got a thimble with the glass picture in there. Then we went in the aquarium. So I think I might make like a pin out of this. Not a pin, but a magnet. Cut off that part. So I thought I should have that as a memory if I stitch something with the water. And again, another needle, space needle. And turns out that it's a tiny bit shorter than our St. Louis Arch. But back then it was a very tall building. And something like to remember me, the trip was Seattle magnet itself. And I thought this could be good as my like stitching magnet if I stitch something with air, like a balloons that I have some projects. So I thought I should get something like this. And the last one, of course, since we went in Chihuly Garden and Glass exhibit there, a museum, I needed to get something from that. And hopefully I'll have a separate video from all those places in Seattle, and you'll see some amazing pictures like I did. What do you call that? You can make a very long picture of ginormous, like glass encased like I don't know what to call it, like a garden, and he had the ginormous pieces hanging there off the ceiling. So I tried to capture that. So this is what I've got in Seattle at the very end of June. So those were all, I believe, my purchases from June. And July brought me also a bunch of goodies. and for ideas and finishing, as you can see. So again, I went at a secondhand store, and this is what I've got. So I mean, 3.5 yards for 350. So I think that's a great bargain. And this is such a beautiful, like a blue violet color with the golden snowflakes. And that would be great, like a backing for anything Christmassy, I think, especially if you're having blue color ornaments or any other decor. So I was thinking possibly of finishing off several, like I have a pillow and like a Christmas stocking that I did for my son, and I need to have a better backing, so might be doing this kind of fabric. So one of these fabrics, then this let's see, 1.25. It's a slick fabric, but I thought something to do with the flowers. Very nice looking fabric. And then I found some dimensions gold collection, but it's petite. But if you never stitch dimensions and think that petite, because if it's a smaller size, it's much easier and faster to stitch it. And in truth, it's not. It's about the same hardness, because you have more compact designs with all the back stitching and everything still there. Lots of color changes usually. So this seems like all is still included in this package, and it was packaged on 2012. So that's that. And with the memories from Seattle and whale watching, I found this and I decided to grab it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be fairly easy, but with the dark background, the whales, killer whales, is going to be looking beautiful. I haven't decided which ones of these I want to stitch, or it's all three. But we'll see. So interesting, like a True Colors International, and it's just like a little booklet with the color coded things. Let's see, and it has Anchor, JP coats, and DMC floss plus Semco floss with some descriptions. They'll have full stitches, half stitches, embroidery stitches. Don't know which one that's going to be. Probably like a back stitching and giving sizes. So that's what I got of from secondhand store. Then let's see, Joann's had anchor threads, like a clearance again or something like that. So I looked at some patterns that it's hard to find now, and I found a pattern online, and they needed anchor threads. So I kitted up. These are the spools with the 10 meters or 10.9 yards. So it's more than regular skein, DMC skein. And then, of course, I got a couple. So all the goodies are here. Got a couple of sparkly DMC threads. I would need at least one of these colors for one of the designs. And when I looked at anchor, you know, like you never have enough black and white colors. So I just got a big spools, which has 30 meters or 32.8 yards of that. So I can always substitute anywhere these colors. So that was my collection from Joann's. So I'll move this aside and pull out more. And this is my loot from Facebook resale group. Got some more dimensions. You can tell that I love dimensions, though I haven't stitched a lot yet, but I'm collecting, and every year I'm going to stitch, I'm going to have some kind of dimensions, either petites or regular size. So this is Dreaming of Tuscany. Beautiful. I think it would be great to hang around my wine shelving cabinet for that. And again, the threads fabric in here, but it seems like it's American version, not the one when they started to make in China, because it's not sorted threads. So I'll have to unwind and sort it out. And it's only for like 5x7. Majority of those petites are like a 5x7 size, so it's not very huge to do. And this is 18 count ivory Ada. Get that. And then to go with that, Mediterranean flavors on the 14 count. This is not a gold but a regular, so it should be easier to stitch. And again, threads are not separated, not sorted out, and kind of not all full coverage you're gonna be. Also, just like this petite. Then I got this bonsai and Buddha. I thought for regular design it was fairly good price, so I decided to grab it. And don't know exactly what it says right now in the characters. I'll have to translate myself if I want to stitch it. But let's see, designed by Nicholas Charles on the 14th count. And as you can see, it's pre-printed fabric in here, so it's markings where to find the middle kind of goes, and this is where you start. So we'll see how that works. Maybe they look like a stitched words. So got that, and one of those gold nuggets. Maybe it's my first one of those, and this one is exquisite hummingbird. So what you do is you stitch this, and then I think it's scored, you make it or something like that, and do it around with the tassel. Let's see, it has tassel cording materials included. So you work on this, and then you can put on the frame like this, so it's kind of standing, popping out. And again, it's American put together on the 18 count ivory 8, and you can see like little stuffing in there to poof it out more, so it's stands out like a 3D inside the frame. So I got these from Facebook resale groups. Now let's go in 1, 2, 3 stitch. I got it several times something, so was sketching up and needed this Wigs Dye Works floss that's called Carrot, and I got a couple of these. And Emerald, there's just a slight color change in here, and was kitting up for other things. And this is again that they had finally this Florimel silk floss by Gloriana, so I got it. I love how this green color, I don't know if it shows, like it darkens and goes, so it's nice and subtle change, but there is a subtle change, not sudden. So 5 yards, hand dyed soie d'Alger, Olive Grove, that's the color it's called. Beautiful silk floss. And let's see, the next time I got silk Florimel, I can't remember for which design, but I have it written down. So it's also again gentle kind of change, and this one is called Carmine Rose, Carmine probably, like this gentle color. And since I wasn't sure what color I had after Krynic, I got the 421 for sure, and the one I had is not the same, because yeah, this was not a 015 or something. When I was trying to compare, I think I needed that for the Nora Corbett's reindeer. So I got the correct size and color. Seems like that's the one I needed. So those are for kitting up things. Then I've decided to grab one of those little treasure diamonds, a little pillow with the beaded pieces. Like if you've seen some of my videos for this year, I'm doing some beaded pillows, something similar, but this is as a kit, as a Mill Hill kit, with some like a pretties in there, and there is a whole collection if you wanted to do. So got something small like this. Needed more fabric, just grab the 1/4 28 count antique. And I got this whole yard of Newcastle 40 count, and I thought I might do a little bit of dyeing for some of my samplers that I'm planning to do. And then I've decided to try out these needles. I couldn't remember if I've had them before or not, but they really taped it up. But figured out it wouldn't hurt again to try, even if I had, and I couldn't remember. So these are twin pointed needles. Since I go stitch with two hands, so they're pointers on both sides, and the thread is in the middle. So I know you might lose some thread cut off, but that's with the DMC threads, it should be okay. So it just goes up and down instead of twisting and twisting thread. So got that. And then I got some patterns. Some were on sale or clearance, and this one was not on sale or clearance, but I decided to get the very first Royal Games one. I've seen them stitched, and they don't look very big, so lots of bling, lots of pretties. So I got the first one. Eventually I'll get the second one. And then from some sales, I got the Riolis Warm Autumn. I've seen that being stitched, and it's turning out great. I mean, there's of course some back stitching involved, especially in the main area here. The threads are there. Some of the Riolis designs are in like a woolen threads, and some people can handle wool. And then there's a couple designs on those lacy styles, like a back stitching lace, and these were peonies. And then there's like a lemon with the drinks and something else, but so far got this black work with the peonies flowers on a black Aida fabric. 14 count. I might change it, I might not. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to see if all the like a back stitching is done like in the regular excess lines, or it has to be cut in. So that's Riolis. And then several Pana kits. I've seen this one for a while. There's a big buying out. Russian-speaking people were going after this kind of design and buying it. So it's a standing little lantern, and 60 centimeters length in here. And as you can see, there's going to be beads involved too, and the soldier. And here's a plasticky thing. Let's see, it's by Gamma. I know some people don't like Gamma threads. If it's Gamma thread, it says just embroidery. Gamma cotton. Some people don't like that thread. Some love it. So we'll see. Then this was, I think, on a clearance. I'll eventually stitch it. And stork. When I'm ready to be grandma, maybe eventually I'll do that. It's on a black fabric, so it's not a lot of stitching, not a lot of colors, and it was packed in 2019. It says. Well, also it's a symbol of good luck, so not necessarily new life. And these are fairly fast stitching. It's just the back stitching that takes majority of the time, I think. City Tram by Pana again. There's several designs. There's a boat and something else from this group. And let's see, this one, Italian, I don't need to read Ukrainian. Okay, this is Gamma, even weave with the cotton. So it doesn't tell you what count, but looks like closer, it's either 28 or 32, not sure. So I'll have to check it out. I've been eyeing this for a while. I thought it's something different. And one RTO designs. There's several of them. That's something like a bird is sitting in the palm, and things like everything to do with the hands in the palm. So this is warmth in palms, and with the DMC thread, it says. So the hands mostly is just the back stitch with a couple of stitches, but the puppy, I thought that's very cute. And colors are just like my dogs, whose ears are standing up listening right now. So these were all I got in July. Things, lots of new kits to stitch, but like you've seen, they're not very big, except maybe like this one is the biggest kit, like almost 12 by 12 inches, but still not ginormous. So these are my July purchases.